The solar eclipse in Aries on March 29th, 2025. This one's major. This is a moment of destiny level realignment, a moment where we will all experience a karmic and fated change. And listen, this isn't just like any other new moon. This is a new moon on steroids. This is literally our moment to walk through fire in order to be completely reborn. This is all about new chapter, a drastic karmic new beginning, and it's literally the start of the astrological new year. And eclipses, they do not whisper, they do not ask you for your permission. They will shake things up whether you're ready for it or not, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help get you ready, to help prep you, to help guide you, and to help you use the energy of the solar eclipse in your favor. This moment can truly change your entire life if you understand how to use it. So, hi, welcome. I'm Alexie Gigi. I'm so grateful you are here. And in today's video episode, we are going to dive deep into the solar eclipse, and I'm going to separate it into 3 chapters today. So, chapter 1, we're going to be talking about the astrology of the solar eclipse, all the transits that are happening, the retrogrades, the deeper soul meaning, and exactly how it's going to affect all of us, exactly how it's going to affect you. And then in chapter 2, I'm going to be explaining what to do and what not to do during the solar eclipse portal. And then in chapter 3, we're going to get deep into the major themes of this solar eclipse. We're going to be talking all about how to have that huge energetic rebirth through fire, identity work, and the law of detachment. So let us dive in, grab some crystals, drink some water, stay hydrated, light some incense, and let's get into it. And if you haven't already, do not forget to instant download your copy of the Solar Eclipse in Aries workbook. I'll have it linked in the description below, but this is your personalized guidebook for the solar eclipse. It's made custom to your own birth chart, meaning that it has custom breakthrough shadow work, solar eclipse activation rituals, and exercises made for you based on your birth chart, based on where the solar eclipse is transiting through in your birth chart, the house, which is the area of your life that is going to be activated. So it is based on that house, has everything you need to utilize the solar eclipse energy. It also comes with a free Mercury retrograde guide, Venus retrograde guide, Juno retrograde guide, crystal prescriptions, as well as a guided meditation that will help you release, cleanse, will help you in this energetic rebirth process. You can also get a free identity work worksheet, as well as a law of detachment guide, which is literally the major theme of the solar eclipse. And I cannot wait to hear how you guys feel after you do the meditation that's in the workbook. I know I say this literally every single time, but I think this might be my favorite meditation. I started doing this meditation last night, and I'm going to do it again after this video. And oh my goodness, I feel like I actually had one of the biggest breakthroughs from a meditation that I've personally had in a while. So yeah, I'm excited to hear how you guys feel after this meditation. Chapter 1. So this solar eclipse is a partial solar eclipse, meaning that the sun is only going to be appearing to be partially covered, not fully covered. And it's happening on March 29th, 2025 in the sign of Aries at 8 degrees. And it will be peaking at 6:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:57 Central Standard Time, and 3:57 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will have all the time zones listed in the description below. And that is going to be very important for you because you are going to be wanting to pull up your transit chart and entering the specific time. And why do you want to pull up your transit chart? Because this is going to show you exactly the area of your life that is going to be most affected by this solar eclipse, the area of your life that you are going to be receiving a new beginning in, like literally a fresh start, a new timeline for the next 6 months into the rest of your life. So it's so important to check your transit chart. If you do not know how to do so, I do have a video going in depth through all the steps and exactly how to read your transit chart as well. But I will briefly go through the steps here just so you guys have a refresher, just so you guys know. This is also all in the solar eclipse workbook as well. If you guys need some extra help, or if you want specific shadow work prompts, activation rituals, exercises based on that specific house, based on that specific area of your life that is being affected. And granted, you can also check your own birth chart to see exactly where you have Pisces and Aries in your birth chart, but you can get more precise if you check your transit chart to see exactly how the influences will be, like how the moon will be influencing the rest of your chart, and so on and so forth, exactly how it's hitting your chart. So first, you're going to go to Google and you're going to search up AstroSeek Transit Chart Calculator. You're going to click on the first thing that comes up, Transit Chart Calculator. Then you're going to enter your birthday information, the time you were born at, super, super important. And then you're going to enter where you were born, and then you're going to enter the date of the solar eclipse. Make sure you enter the time based on your own time zone, where you currently are on the day of the solar eclipse. Click Calculate Transits, and then you're going to see your transit chart. So on the outer circle, you're going to see orange planets. Those are the transiting planets. In the inner circle, that is your birth chart. So this transit chart is showing you the relationship and the energy between the transiting planets, like the planets happening right now, the solar eclipse, and with you, with your own birth chart, with you personally, right? So you're going to find the moon in the orange planets, and you're going to trace that back to your chart and find the exact house, because the house represents a specific area of your life. That area of your life is going to be the most affected. Now, the solar eclipse is in alignment with the north node, right? That's what eclipses are all about, the lunar nodes. Solar eclipse with the north node, lunar eclipse was with the south node, which was all about releasing and cleansing, this past lunar eclipse in Virgo that we had. Now, the solar eclipse is not in a direct conjunction with the north node like the south node was with lunar eclipse in our past full moon, but it is still coinciding with it. And the north node is fate, right? So this is destiny activation. This is soul realignment. This is literally showing you how you can move forward into that next timeline. You are being pulled into that next timeline, whether it feels graceful or whether it feels gritty. But let's zoom out and take the eclipse in context for a second. So we are in between two eclipses right now. As I'm filming this video, in between two eclipses. So obviously we have the solar eclipse in Aries, and then we had that lunar eclipse in Virgo. So when you are in between two eclipses, it can feel like you're just in between two different timelines, in between two different realities, in between two different identities. Like literally, like you're taking the final exam for a class to completely graduate, and you're just like right there. You're so ready. You studied, you've been through it all, like you released whatever you had to release. You are right at the end, and you were just kind of like waiting for the results. You're waiting for that grade. You're waiting for just like that passing moment. This is your rebirth point. But listen, before you experience that rebirth, you must experience that fire. You must experience that like studying for the final exam energy, right? You're being spiritually initiated into a new level of self. Self, key word here, because Aries is all about the self. It's related to the first house of your identity, your independence, yourself, who you are, what you are, who you want to be, who you are not. This is the space of what was and what is becoming. This is the space of who you were and who you are becoming, and what you are shedding, what you need to detach from, what you need to realign with in order to get back to who you truly are. This means shedding, detaching, choosing again. This means completely doing a whole identity audit of who you are in order to decipher where the heck are you going to go from here. And right in between these two eclipses also, which does not usually happen, is the March equinox, which is the astrological new year. It's about balance, it's about renewal, it's about new beginnings, fresh starts. So with this equinox and eclipse energy being so close together, they are both amplifying each other's energy. So it's kind of like a conjunction in astrology, right? They're just amplifying each other. So the eclipse is going to be amplifying the effects of the equinox, and the equinox is going to be amplifying the effects of the eclipse. This is a full energetic reset of yourself, your season, and your soul. And this eclipse opens a portal to another reality. It's all about that radical change. And listen, Aries as a sign and is ruled by Mars. Mars is a planet of action. It's a planet of independence. It's a planet of war. It's a planet of motivation, of drive. Aries is associated with the first house in astrology, which is the house of self, independence, your identity, right? It's all about you, how you perceive yourself, your relationship with yourself, how you view others to perceive you. Aries is about sovereignty. It's about identity. It's about independence, self-direction, motivation, confidence, and that I am energy. Now let's take a look at the planetary transits that are happening with the solar eclipse and how that influences all this energy. Now obviously first we had the moon conjuncting the sun, which always happens during a new moon, always happens during a solar eclipse, which is that cosmic reset, is that like reset button, is that new beginning energy. Now we also have a conjunction with Mercury, okay? Mercury, Venus, and and Juno are all in retrograde right now, which we will talk about more in a sec. But it is literally so close to Mercury right now. This brings heightened intuition. This brings heightened mental clarity. But because it's in retrograde, this clarity, this intuitive hits, this will not come from logic. This will not come from planning. This will not come from control, which is a lesson that we just learned from with the lunar eclipse in Virgo, right? The insight you may be getting right now is going to come from past reflections, from inner knowings, and repeating thought patterns that are asking you to review them. This is about reclaiming your voice, rewriting the story that you tell yourself, and being mindful of how your thoughts shape your reality. Now, one of the biggest ones of all is the moon conjuncting Neptune. So Neptune is at 29 degrees in the sign of Pisces right now. Now, if you know anything about astrology, if you don't worry, I'll explain. But 29 degrees is like the last degree of a zodiac sign, okay? So when you have like your birth chart, you have all the transits, you go from 0 degrees to 29 degrees. So this is called the analytic degree. This is a critical degree. This is literally like that final exam, like right before graduation energy, like we were just talking about before. But it is that analytic degree. It is that critical energy. And that is where Neptune is in right now. And Neptune is in conjunction, which means that it's sharing the energies with the moon. They're feeding off each other's energies, kind of like the eclipse and the equinox. 29th degree is the degree of karmic mastery. This is asking you, like, what illusions are you still carrying right now? What fantasies are keeping you from your own truth? What are you still avoiding through escapism, through denial? That is what Neptune as a planet is all about. But Neptune is also all about that mystical, spiritual, dreamy energy. It is a planet that rules over Pisces, right? And it's in the sign of Pisces. So it feels at home in Pisces. And there's a stellium in Pisces. The North Node is in Pisces. So as much as this energy is about Aries, this energy is also so much about Pisces and your Pisces journey, because we will touch on this in a second, but this is the last eclipse that we will have in the sign of Aries, in that Libra and Aries eclipse cycle that we were experiencing for so long. This is the last eclipse, the end of it, okay? And then we will move on. Obviously, we already had Virgo, but Virgo and Pisces. So there's strong Piscean energy. And like the theme of this is really like yearning. Like that's what Neptune 29 degrees in Pisces is all about. It's like yearning. It's that spiritual energy, spiritual awakening, longing, dream energy. Like you're being called inward. You're being called to look inward for the answers. You're looking inward and transforming inward in order to transform your physical reality. Now, Neptune will be staying at 29 degrees in the sign of Pisces until the very next day on March 30th, where it will leave Pisces forever and enter the sign of Aries at 0 degrees, which, listen, it has not been in the sign of Aries since April of 1861, the day before the first Civil War occurred. Okay, this hasn't happened since April 1861, since the Civil War. The energies of the Civil War is the same to what we are about to be experiencing right now. Major change, revolutionary energy. And this is not to predict war, but this is to show you how powerful this shift is for the collective and for you individually. And this shift is coinciding with the solar eclipse 1,000% completely because of this conjunction. And I want you to think about it like this. When I told you like Neptune feels at home in Pisces, right? Pisces and Neptune is all about that spiritual, that soft, that internal like energy, that go with the flow, releasing energy. While Aries, on the other hand, is all about that bold, impulsive, warrior-like outgoing like energy. So it's not as comfortable in the sign of Aries. And this can cause a lot of aggression. This can cause a lot of aggravation. This can cause a lot of impulsive like need. And Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of war, the warrior planet, the planet of aggression, the planet of motivation, drive. It is such a fiery sign. Solar eclipse isn't the sign of Aries after all. So there's so much of this Aries energy, but also Piscean energy. And honestly, my sincere advice to you is be careful with your impulses. Think before you speak. Be mindful of your anger and your reactivity during the solar eclipse portal and just during these retrogrades in all, especially with Mercury retrograding in Aries, Venus retrograding in Aries, and then they're both kind of like together almost, transitioning from Aries and then transitioning into the sign of Pisces. Aries, they will be going backwards, right? There's tension here between instinct and introspection. There's tension between fire and flow, between action and spiritual surrender. And what if I told you you could actually have it all? There is actually a sweet balance to all of that. And there is kind of a balance to all of this solar eclipse energy and the themes of all of this in general, because you generally don't want to be like manifesting and starting something brand new, fresh, setting new intentions and trying to control the outcome of a manifestation so much right now. It's eclipse season. It's chaotic. As you can tell, there's a lot of energy happening, right? Especially with retrogrades also happening too. Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Juno retrograde. It's not a good time to just set things like that to action. Communication could be off. It's not the time to really like try to control a manifestation, but it is the time to focus on that flow aspect, right? That Neptunian aspect, the Piscean aspect, surrender and letting go. But you can surrender and you can let go and manifest at the same time. And this is what we are going to be talking about with the law of detachment in chapter 3, which is what is so important about the solar eclipse, and also with identity work and obviously reworking your identity with this Aries energy. And this isn't about controlling your life. This isn't about controlling the outcome. This is about letting go and detaching from it in order to get it at the end. Now, the next two cosmic transits, we have two sextiles, okay? And first of all, there are no difficult transits. There are no squares. There are no like oppositions. There are no like hard tension energy at all during the solar eclipse. So it is great, okay? So we have two sextiles, which is a very harmonious aspect in astrology. It's when two planets or point a planet are between 60 degrees. And basically like they're holding hands, they're getting along, it's just like a helpful hand. They're being friends right now. So it's like really good energy. So the moon will be sextiling Jupiter and will also be sextiling Pluto. So moon sextile Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is a planet of expansion, of luck, of abundance. This is expansive and optimistic energy. Jupiter brings growth and blessings, and this is a major growth moment for every one of us. Your belief systems are being stretched. You're being invited to dream bigger, to believe deeper, and trust higher, and new opportunities may present themselves to you right now, especially with the Neptune and Pisces and all this Piscean energy. A lot of the opportunities that will be presented to you will be in the form of like inner knowings and inner work. So through shadow work, through activation rituals like journaling prompts and solar eclipse activation exercises, which are all in the Solar Eclipse workbook, by the way, if you guys want to utilize that. And also through your dreams, through intuitive hits, through angel numbers, through just literally listening to that inner voice, that gut feeling within you. Like you are going to be telling yourself a lot of the things right now. You are going to be giving yourself a lot of the opportunities. You just need to look out for it. You need to listen to yourself. Try intuition exercises. And the main thing is that you will get these opportunities through surrender, not force. Even though it's Aries energy, which is all about action, it's the eclipse and all these retrogrades bringing you backwards, like holding you back, right? Like asking you to take a second to pause, to reevaluate, to realign, and to not just like egoly jump forward and run ahead and be so impulsive. This is your chance to take that South Node journey that we just had with Lunar Eclipse in Virgo, all those lessons that you learned from that, bring that into your North Node journey and get ready for that energetic run through the fire rebirth moment. Now we also have the moon sextiling Pluto, right? So this is like your shadow moment. This is your shadow cleanse. Pluto is the transformer. Pluto is the planet of rebirth, okay? It is literally the planet of death and rebirth, so it is so fitting. Pluto is the alchemist, is the soul surgeon. So this is all about shedding old energetic armor. This is all about deep healing, that deep cleansing. It's allowing you to surrender. It's allowing you to reclaim your inner power. It's transformation through trust. It's power through vulnerability. You are being reborn in so many ways, and all these transits are just reinforcing that. And what do you have to do? Listen to it. Do the activation. Do that shadow work. Do that inner work. Look within. And remember, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's not just a new moon. It's not just a solar eclipse. It's literally the start of a new energetic cycle. It is the astrological new year as well, right? The March equinox, which marks the beginning of Aries season. So we have the zodiacs, right? Starts from Aries, it goes all the way, and the last one is Pisces. So it's so fitting that Neptune is at 29 degrees right now during the solar eclipse, and then literally moving into the sign of Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. So it's literally leaving the last sign of the zodiac forever, for our entire lives and entering into a whole new energetic moment, a whole new energetic cycle. I cannot stress that enough. It is like brand new energy. And listen, I know it like feels so just like chaotic, like this month in general just has been, there's been so much going on. But I promise you, when these retrogrades are over, when we do that shadow work, when we learn all the lessons from this eclipse energy, we're going to have so much clarity and we're going to feel such a weight lifted off our shoulders. And things are going to be so different. So this is a brand new energetic cycle, right? But with all of this retrograde energy that we were having, it is asking us to take a second to look back before we leap forward. This is about rewriting your story, about revisiting your intentions, all the REs, right? Realigning, releasing what no longer aligns, reclaiming your true desires. And make sure you check your transit chart. Where's 29 degrees in your birth chart? This is where this Piscean final degree, and see where 29 degrees of Pisces falls in your own birth chart. Check your transit chart to get more specific, because this is where that Piscean like final exam energy is going to be occurring in your own life. So don't only check exactly where this new moon solar eclipse is transiting, but also where that Pisces 29 degrees is. It might be in the same house. It might not. Make sure you check your transit chart. Your dreams, your feelings, your visions, your inner knowings are pointing you to that next level version, to that next chapter. They're pointing you to your next becoming. And the most important question this eclipse asks you is, who are you? Who are you becoming? Who are you already becoming? What are you? What do you not want to be? Who do you not want to be? How do you want to be? How do you not want to be? Are you to be this person right now? Who are you already that you haven't fully claimed yet? Who are you already that needs to be realigned so they can come out? What is shifting? What needs to shift? This eclipse is here to initiate the version of you that your soul has been prepared for. Now, chapter 2, what to do and not to do during this solar eclipse portal. So the solar eclipse portal is lasting now, from whenever you see this video, until April 4th. Now, what do you do with this deeply karmic and deeply transformational energy that you just learned about in chapter 1? I'm going to tell you. So first things first, the start of the what to do and not to do's. Do not do any manifestation rituals. Any of your usual 369 method, making new moon water, the O method, like any of your like usual manifestation methods that you would do during a new moon, setting intentions and like getting detailed about all that, stay clear of it. It's eclipse season. It can get chaotic. There's a lot of retrogrades happening right now. I just do not recommend it. There is a way to manifest without actually manifesting and trying to control situations, because eclipse season is very, very fated, right? It's destiny. So what's meant to happen is meant to happen for your own greater good. So sometimes if we are trying to manifest a specific thing or trying to control a specific outcome and how we want our life to turn out, there could be like a limiting belief or a subconscious block or something that we don't fully see that could be like blocking us from seeing exactly like where we are meant to go. And maybe that path that we want so bad right now, even if it's just a little detail, is not meant for us. And that could actually take us to like a whole nother direction that is just ugly and chaotic. So that's why it's best to just not try to control any manifestations, not do any crazy manifestation rituals right now. But regardless, it's important to mention that we are always manifesting, no matter what. I am manifesting right now as I'm speaking to you in my bedroom on my camera. I am manifesting right now. You're manifesting right now, watching me and listening to me talk, okay? Like, we're manifesting by how we're standing right now. How I'm standing, how I'm speaking, I'm manifesting. How I'm thinking right now, how I'm perceiving the world, we are always constantly manifesting. Manifestation isn't just like a one and done ritual, one and done thing. It's like lifestyle. It's how you think, how you feel, how you perceive, right? This is identity work. So be very, very mindful of that. And we will talk about identity work and obviously the law of detachment in chapter 3. Now, what to do? Do reflect on your journey since April 2023. What has changed? What has evolved? What has left your life? What still needs tweaking or fixing or revisiting to fully close that chapter? Because listen, as I said earlier in chapter 1, this is the last eclipse of the Libra Aries eclipse cycle. The very last one. Then we are done with it, wiping our hands clean, moving on to that Virgo Pisces energy. In April 2023, that is when that eclipse cycle started. That is when a certain theme of your life started. Something was evolving, something was cleansing, something was like going through a bunch of things. So really, really look back at that area of your life. Look back at the transit charts for that eclipse cycle. See what changed and see how you've evolved right now. See what you have learned and see how your life has changed, especially in your identity, your boundaries, your relationships, and especially your sense of self. And next is do that breakthrough shadow work activation. You want to get deep into the inner work. This is about, like as I said in the beginning of the video, throughout the video, this is about walking through that fire in order to experience that rebirth. You can't experience that rebirth unless you look within yourself, unless you heal yourself first, unless you do that inner work, unless you do that shadow work, unless you become so comfortable with your subconscious thoughts, your limiting beliefs, unless you become so comfortable with every little aspect of who you are, every little shadow, every deepest, darkest part of who you are. You will not experience that rebirth until you experience that death. So do that shadow work. Shadow work has changed my life, and I've talked about it so much. I'm so passionate about it, and that's why I include it so much and so heavily in my workbooks. I do come out with workbooks every month. Solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, new moon, full moons, every single month that will help you work with that specific energy of the month. And it has different shadow work prompts based on what is happening for you specifically in that month. Healing will literally unlock a whole nother level of frequency that will just magnetize everything you have ever wanted in your life. Because listen, if you are vibrating at a frequency that is unhealed, you're not going to attract the things that you want out of life. When you clear out the old wounds, when you clear out the generational patterns, when you clear out all the limiting beliefs, the subconscious blocks, you literally become like this clear, open door, this clear channel for miracles and your manifestations to flow through. You stop trying to force the life that you want. Stop trying to manifest the life that you want. Stop trying to wish for the life that you want, and you just start to embody it naturally when you heal. Your dream life, your highest version of yourself, like the person that you want to be so badly, the manifestations that you want to be so badly, is not on the other side of effort, of action and controlling. It's on the other side of healing. Things haven't clicked yet. You need to ask yourself, have you done the inner work necessary? Have you done the inner work to hold what you are asking for? This is all about unlearning everything in order to remember who you've been to begin with, like stripped clean of all society's pressures and perceptions and beliefs that it has imposed on you. This is unremembering and unlearning in order to remember at a vibration that matches with absolutely everything you could ever want out of life. You are becoming, you are expanding when you do the shadow work. You do not need to chase what is meant for you. You only need to clear space for it. And this is what this eclipse season has been all about. The lunar eclipse in Virgo, this solar eclipse energy, 29 degrees in Neptune, this brand new chapter. Let it flow through. Stop trying to control it and just let it flow through. Healing, shadow work. I just talked about shadow work for way too long, so let's get into the next one. Next is do not force decisions. Do not force outcomes, but do not force any decision making right now. Mercury retrograde, okay? Mercury retrograde is all about your thinking, and it will make you feel kind of unclear. It will make things feel a little bit confusing. The answers will come, but the answers will come through softness, through silence, and with time. Next is do observe what's been falling away. What has left your life since this eclipse season? Are you letting it leave your life? Look into the area of your chart that the solar eclipse is transiting through and see what has changed, even if it's just like a tiny shift, okay? Even if it's just like a little perception shift. I talked about this more in the lunar eclipse in Virgo video and episode, but it doesn't always have to be like a huge shift, as in like you just broke up with your boyfriend or husband of 8 years, right? This could be as little and as powerful as a perception shift, because that can be just as powerful as ending an 8-year-long relationship and making room for that next relationship to come. A perception shift can be even more powerful than that. A perception shift can cause that. A perception shift, a mindset shift, can cause literally a whole new reality for yourself. Pay attention to what leaves your life. let it leave your life. And this eclipse wants to burn off any beliefs that you were never meant to carry and rewire that. Being reborn again, rewiring those beliefs into something greater, into something bigger through identity work and detachment and shadow work, obviously. Next is do something for yourself, okay? Aries energy is all about the self, right? It's all about being selfish. It's all about your identity. So do something during this eclipse portal that is meant for you, that will make you feel good, that aligns with who you believe your highest version of yourself to be. So this could even be like taking yourself out on a little spa date, going out to eat at a restaurant by yourself, getting a facial, having a spa night at home, buying some new incense, like whatever it is, just focus on yourself. Do something for yourself. And that do something for yourself too doesn't only have to be physical. It can also be like doing that shadow work necessary for yourself, doing a meditation for yourself, doing that healing work for yourself, getting some crystals for yourself. Next is do a solar plexus activation. So the solar eclipse and Aries energy is deeply connected to your identity and your power, right? So doing a breathwork section or healing session based solely on your solar plexus energy, activating that and working with that is really, really, really going to align beautifully with this energy. Your solar plexus chakra, it's all about reclaiming your inner fire. It's all about courage and bold and believing in yourself. And the guided meditation that comes with the Solar Eclipse workbook, it does have a lot of solar plexus activation. And with the guided meditation included in the workbook, it is deeply rooted in solar plexus chakra activation. Next is do like an eclipse mirror portal. So stand in front of the mirror, light a candle. You're going to stare at yourself in your eyes. This is a form of mirror work, but more of like that shadow work, releasing side of mirror work. And yes, it is going to feel uncomfortable to be staring directly into your eyes for this long. If you have never done mirror work before, it may feel a little scary. It may feel just like, what the heck am I looking at? Like, is that me right now? But just do it. I promise you, stick through it. It will feel natural. It will feel more normal as you go on. So stand in front of the mirror, light a candle, look in front of your eyes, dim the lights, play some releasing cleansing frequencies. 396 hertz is my favorite for this. Also 417 hertz is amazing for the solar eclipse portal. Look into your eyes, and what you see in that mirror is your higher self, is a version of you that has already been reborn, right? Has already been reborn 6 months from now. You're gonna ask your higher self, who am I becoming? Just wait for the answers to come to you. Like whatever comes to you that your highest self is saying to you right now, say it out loud of who you are becoming. And if this is something negative, let that negative come out. Let that all come out. And then afterwards, write that negative affirmations or the negative becoming beliefs down onto paper, and then rip that piece of paper up and then burn it in a fire and release it. And then do shadow work based on those negative feelings. But let everything come out. Speak the affirmations out loud. See what you learn from this experience. And very, very important, before you start this or any mirror work too, you just want to cleanse your mirror. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. You can use incense. You can use some moon water to cleanse it. You can just get some crystals, cleansing crystals, to just go over your mirror and just set in the intention that this mirror is cleansed and will only be used for what you intend to use it for. Afterwards as well, cleanse your mirror, maybe some incense, some sage, Palo Santo, whatever you feel comfortable using, and make sure you close it. Next is do not forget to move your physical body. Aries is literally the sign of physical movement. So this is the time to literally shake it out. Have a dance party alone in your room to some Lana Del Rey if you want to, whatever it is. Listen to some like 90s music. That might even take you back to nostalgia. I know, I never say listen to sad music because it can manifest into your reality in your subconscious mind, but I'm saying now, listen to the sad music, listen to the sad Lana, listen to the sad Taylor Swift, listen to some Speak Now, whatever it is, listen to some Avril Lavigne, whatever it is that will make you feel like you're just getting everything out. You may feel a little nostalgia, that's okay. It's retrograde season right now. We're all going to feel nostalgic in many, many ways. Let it all out alone in your room. Dance it out. Shake your body. Like literally shake your body so hard. This is also like somatic dancing too. Like do somatic dancing. Plant your feet on the ground and literally shake, 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 shake. And when you're shaking it all out, you're releasing any negativity, releasing any fears, releasing any blocks through your body. Do whatever movement that embodies shedding the old version of you and then being reborn into this next level version of yourself with the solar eclipse in Aries. Let it be messy, let it be primal, let it be radiant. Solar eclipses awaken the body, especially in the sign of Aries. And also this goes for like, do workout, especially during this eclipse portal and eclipse season in general, and with Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde both beginning in the sign of Aries. Like, prioritize movement and your physical body and your health with your physical body as well. So go to a Pilates class, go to some hot yoga, go to the sauna, do a cold plunge, go for a run, even just go for 5K steps a day. If you don't work out and you just want to do something, just get moving a little bit. Do like 10 jumping jacks every day, do 10 push-ups, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just move your body, even if for a little. I promise it's gonna help get that like energy out. It's gonna make you feel so much better. Next is do rest and retreat. As much as you want to be moving your body, you also need to prioritize rest. You also need to prioritize that moment where you're just like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything today. Take a mental health day. Take a day just to yourself to literally just like rot in bed if you want. Like, put on some Gossip Girl, put on some Barbie movies. They just came out with like some free Barbie movies on YouTube that I've been binge watching with this nostalgia, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde energy, eclipse season energy. Perfect for that right now. It's like they knew. It's like they're into astrology just like us. Binge watch your favorite show. Like, eat some ice cream cake. Like, get a cookie. Like, obviously don't overdo it. Don't overindulge, but let yourself have a little relaxing day and let yourself rest. Let your body and your nervous system catch up to your spiritual expansion. It's okay to rest. It's okay to surrender. Even though Aries energy wants action, it wants movement, it wants like forward momentum, the retrogrades and the Piscean energy to counteract that is asking you to surrender. It's asking you to slow down. It's asking you to integrate. It's asking you to let it land. Next is, I've talked about this for the retrogrades, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Juno retrograde, but don't go back to old patterns. Like, don't text your ex, obviously. Don't do it. This is not the time. It could be a huge time that your ex texts you and wants to get back into your life, or they break no contact, whatever. Don't do it. It's not a good idea. This is not about like going back to your past and staying in there. It's about reevaluating your past and the lessons that you've learned in order to walk through that fire and be reborn again. You're not going to be reborn again if you're with that toxic ex, I promise you. Like, they're just gonna take you back. They're gonna hold you back. And the same thing goes for just like, if you get triggered by something, that's something that you need to do shadow work on, not something that you need to fall back into. Also with this retrograde energy too, like, don't start anything new and force it. Like starting new projects, or even like getting a brand new haircut or something brand new you've never tried before. This is not the time for impulsive decisions. As much as the Aries energy wants you to so badly, I get it. I have already been impulsive in more ways than one. I need to listen to my advice a little bit more, but it's okay. It's not like that bad of an impulsive energy. Just don't be impulsive with the important stuff that matters. If it's like impulsive, like little tiny adventures or buying yourself something a little nice, do it. I did it. Just make sure that you have the means to buy yourself something nice. If you don't do it. It's in chapter 1, but do be very mindful of obviously your impulses, but also your aggravation, your anger, and your pettiness levels, your passive aggressiveness, okay? You may feel like you just want to charge at everyone. You may feel extra irritated by people. Other people may feel extra irritated by you or by situations around you. So this is not only like, be careful with your own energy and how you react, but be careful with other people's reactions. And if someone has a little bit of a outlandish reaction more than usual, you know that it's because of this energy, the Aries energy that is happening. I had in my group chat with my best friends from college, I literally just had like actually an hour ago, some of my friends being like, Alexie, what the heck is going on in the sky right now? Because I literally am so angry. And she was just like, I was just walking on the road and someone bumped into me and I was so mad. I almost like lost it. And I was like, okay, I know exactly why you feel like that. It's the Aries energy of the solar eclipse happening. All the retrogrades, like just be aware, like if someone like talks bad to you, let it go. Don't engage, surrender. Let things flow. Like, this is not your time to be passive aggressive. This is not your time to get into little petty arguments. Let it go. Next is do meditate. This is your moment to surrender. This is your moment to rest. And this is your moment to align with the frequency that is your rebirth. To align with that certain energetic frequency that is going to get you into that next aligned version of yourself and who you want to be. And the best way you can do this is through meditation. And in the Solar Eclipse workbook, I do have a guided meditation made for you guys for the solar eclipse. And I love hearing everything about how you guys experience all the meditations I make. And I do my meditations every single night as well. You don't have to do it every single night. You can do it one time and it will be just as effective. But I also do like all my workbooks as well for myself. That's how I got started with my workbooks, if you guys didn't know. I know I'm just like ranting right now, but I started making these workbooks in the beginning just for myself because I just wanted to get myself organized on every full moon and new moon and just working with all the cosmic transits that are happening that month. And I am like a Virgo midheaven, so I do have that like personality to me where I like to get like detailed and like to get organized, especially in my healing journey. And I do every single workbook that I come out with. And the fact that I get to put out my workbooks for you guys to do also, and to also hear that it's like changing your lives in some sort of way, even if it's like the smallest way ever, like that means the world to me. And it really is like what my North Node journey has been all about. It's in the 9th house. It's about teaching, it's about wisdom, it's about sharing what I know and helping others. And the fact that I get to live out my North Node journey by literally doing what I'm doing right now, like speaking to the camera. Oh my gosh, I'm getting emotional. I've been getting emotional the past like 2 videos and episodes I've put out. So you guys know it's retrogrades and eclipse season if I'm really doing that. But I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful that I get to share my voice and that you guys take it with such love and take it with such gratitude, and you just hold my words and you hold my energy so beautifully, and I cannot thank you enough. My goodness, I'm like in my luteal phase as well, so forgive me. Anyway, next is don't confuse detachment with giving up. In chapter 3, we're going to talk all about the laws of attachment and identity work. But detachment is not apathy. Detachment is trust. Surrender and letting go of your manifestations does not mean that you're not going to get them, and it actually means the opposite. You still move, you still desire, but you release your grip. You release your need to control the outcome. We'll get into it in a second, which leads me to the next one, which will lead us to chapter 3, but is do your identity work, as in do a complete identity audit of your life right now. You need to, as I said in the first do, is really go back to what has changed in your life since April 2023 with the Aries Libra eclipse cycle ending. This is the last moment. So doing your identity work and seeing how your identity has evolved, so important. We're going to talk about identity work in chapter 3 too. And in the Solar Eclipse workbook, it has a complete identity audit, and it'll have like identity work made for beginners as well as made for someone who is a little more seasoned, who has done some of my previous past workbooks that included identity work. So it will have new identity work for you as well, but it will also have beginners identity work. Now let's get into the last chapter, chapter 3. Chapter 3, identity work, law of detachment, and your rebirth through fire. Let's get deeper now, because this is not just about astrology or the moon or some transits. It's about your soul. It's about your becoming. This eclipse, especially in Aries, is asking one central question, which we talked about a little bit previously. Who are you? Who are you now? Not the version from 2 years ago. Not the version from April of 2023, even though you do want to look back at that. Not the version that you built on survival, that you built on validation, or that you built on people pleasing. But the version of you that your soul has been whispering about. The version of you that your soul feels so called to, the one you've only let come through little glimpses. This is your moment to meet her or him fully. So identity work. It is so important to do identity work right now. And I've talked about identity work many times before in a context of manifestation and in a context of like new moon intention setting rituals. But identity work is also a form of healing, and it's also a form of releasing, and it's also coinciding beautifully with the solar eclipse in Aries and this retrograde season and the equinox and Neptune at 29 degrees. Okay, you guys know I've talked about it throughout the entire video, but Aries is a sign of self. It's a sign of independence. It's a sign ruled by Mars. It's associated with the first house of, and what is the first house? The first house is the house of identity. It's the house of you. So the main work, the main focus has to be you. Has to be, who the heck are you? Who the heck are you becoming? Who the heck are you already becoming? Who the heck have you been? Who the heck do you not want to be anymore? And what is identity work? I do have a whole YouTube video out explaining exactly what identity work is, because it is so important. If you are on like a manifestation journey in general, like you just want to change your life, and I bet like if you're watching this video, if you've gotten this far in the video, you are just like me. You love to heal yourself, and you love to just like constantly strive for that next level version of yourself, the best version of yourself. So identity work is where you need to start. It is like the premise of absolutely everything, of manifestation, of creating a reality that you want to live. Identity work is the core of it. I highly suggest you go watch that YouTube video if you have not. I will be talking about identity work more in depth on my YouTube channel, and I will be talking about the quantum physics behind it and everything behind it, because oh my goodness, I have gotten down so many like rabbit holes throughout my life doing research and research and research on the quantum physics and the mind, and how the mind works, and how reshaping your identity through identity work and self-concept work is literally the most important thing. And it goes back into ancient Egypt. It goes back into so many of our teachings, and I can literally go on and on about this topic, but I will save that for that video I'm coming out with. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that video. But identity work is the energetic practice of rewiring your self-concept, and not just in words, but in embodiment. It's about shedding the roles, the masks, the patterns, the labels that no longer resonate with who you are, with who you truly are on a soul level, who you want to be, the version of you that has all your manifestations. It's about shedding all of that. And it's about consciously choosing and consciously making that decision right now. You get to choose who you are. You get to choose what you are. You get to choose how you are. You get to choose how you think. You get to choose how you perceive. You get to choose how you feel. You get to choose absolutely everything. You get to choose your reality, but it all starts with who you choose to be. When your identity changes, your energy shifts. And when your energy shifts, your reality then catches up. And listen, this identity work right now isn't about forcing it. It's a little different than that. It's about anchoring into it. It's about more so of the releasing side of like purging out an identity or a perception of yourself that no longer aligns with who you truly are on the inside, in order to have that rebirth. So like I said, in so many other times, it's that fire before that rebirth, right? Now the law of detachment, okay? This is about surrendering, letting go, and not controlling the outcome of your manifestations, not controlling the outcomes of your life. Even though you can manifest exactly how you want your life to be, you need to relinquish the reins on how it is going to happen. You do not need to know the how. You just need to know that it's happening already. The law of detachment is your power move right now. It teaches you that the more that you chase, the more you repel. The more you try to control, the more resistance you create. Because listen, if you are sitting here right now, for example, if I want, oh my gosh, I want a new raise in my job. I want to be partner in the law firm. Okay, let's just pretend I'm a lawyer and I want to be partner. I want that so bad. Okay, I want it so bad, and I'm wishing for it, and I'm hoping for it, and I'm chasing for it, and I'm like putting all my energy into that. All my energy, because I want it so bad. I just want it. I desire it so much. Think about it like this. The version of you, the person that already has partner at the law firm, would their energy be like wanting it so much? No. Would their energy be like, oh, I want it so much, like putting your energy, so much energy into hoping for it and wishing for it and desiring it? No, it wouldn't be. It's normal to that version of yourself. If you had it, if you were a partner right now, it would feel normal to you. You wouldn't feel like you wanted it. It wouldn't feel that special to you, as much like sad as that sounds, but it's gonna feel normal. It's not gonna feel like, oh, I want partner so bad, like I cannot wait, like I like need this, I'm meant for this. Like, no, it's gonna be like, I'm partner and this is what I get to do every day, right? So you need to have that energy shift, because if you are in the state of wanting, you are not in the state of being. Those are two different energetic frequencies. So instead of wanting, you need to just be. And you need, in order to get to that be, you need to practice the law of detachment, and you need to release how you're gonna get there. You need to release the control. You need to release the reins. And this doesn't mean that you just stop doing your job or you stop working hard at work. This just means that you stop wanting it that bad. This means that you stop putting any extra energy into getting it. Listen, when you anchor in your new identity and you release the outcome, you become the magnet. You become magnetic. You attract getting partner in your law form. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So you become the version of yourself that already has partner. You just embody that now through thinking, through perceiving, through feeling. But what's important now during the solar eclipse in Aries is asking yourself, like doing an identity audit, what about your identity right now that does not, what about your energy right now? What about your thinking patterns and your feeling patterns and how you move throughout your day-to-day that does not align with the identity of you that is partner at your law form? Who's the identity you have now? And you want that so bad, right? Is that the identity you want to become? That's obviously the first question that you need to ask. Like, you need to figure out who that identity is. Ask yourself, do you really want to become that identity? And then look and do an audit to see what doesn't align in these two identities. What needs to go? What needs to be released? Perfect time for releasing it during the solar eclipse in Aries through that meditation. Available in the Solar Eclipse workbook. If you guys want to utilize that through any meditation that you guys want to utilize in general, you can literally go on YouTube and search up like a releasing cleansing meditation and use what you get from the identity audit, which is literally just comparing the two identities and doing that shadow work on the identity to see what is not working, to see what needs to go, what needs to like realign, what needs to come back, like whatever it is. Taking that and then releasing that in a meditation, releasing that through a releasing cleansing ritual. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, and what you are right now is becoming. So let go of trying to timeline hop. Let go of trying to quantum jump. Let go of trying to 369 method. Oh my God, I'm going to write 369 like manifestation method every single morning and this is going to get my manifestation. No, you become it. That's why mind movies are so powerful too. And I do have a video about how to make a mind movie as well if you guys want to watch that. And like I said, there's a full law of detachment, a guide, and also identity work worksheet to walk you through all of this. It has everything you need to stop chasing, to start receiving, to stay in alignment, to embody trust, to embody that flow, surrender, Piscean energy, North Node energy, and to call in your desire through frequency, not force, not action, not even effort. And that is the video. And I just want to remind you that you are walking through fire right now and it may feel spicy, right? But this is your fire walk. This is your rebirth. This is your energetic reset. You don't need to know the whole path. You just need to let go of the version of who doesn't belong on it anymore. Who are you now? Who are you no longer? Who are you finally allowing yourself to become? Let this eclipse burn away everything that you have outgrown so you can rise more aligned and clear and radiant and aligned with your highest timeline and that version of yourself that has everything you could ever want. And if you want support to do this work deeply and soulfully and consciously and spiritually and just going all in, the Solar Eclipse in Aries workbook is available to you and I will have it linked in the description. And just a reminder of what it comes with, activation, breakthrough shadow work based on your own birth chart, based on what house the solar eclipse is transiting in for you. It has Venus retrograde guide, Mercury retrograde guide, Juno retrograde guide, and an identity work, law detachment guide workbook, as well as the guided meditation of the solar eclipse, crystal prescriptions, as well as a curated playlist that goes along with the workbook. And I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this workbook. And this workbook isn't just a workbook. It's your mirror. It's your portal. It's your cosmic activation into this next phase of your life. And just a reminder that you are not broken and you don't need fixing. You are just being reborn. And you are not lost. You are just shedding. And you are not behind in any way. You are arriving now. I love you. You've got this. I am so proud of you. And if you made it this far into the video, the angel number I'm going to choose is 333 today. So if you made it this far, you're a real one. Comment 333 in the comments. And 333 is the angel number. Honestly, I've been seeing this angel number everywhere recently. So it's honestly so aligned with the solar eclipse and everything. But it's all about like the angels are letting you know that you are on the right path, no matter how far behind you feel, no matter where you thought you would be right now, no matter what is happening in your life right now, you are actively on that right path of breakthrough, to like break through to the next chapter. It's literally coincides with the meaning of the solar eclipse in Aries so perfectly, but you are there and it's a reminder to keep going. It's don't stop. It's keep going. You are on the right path. You got this. And I know all of you got this. Like, you made it this far, you listened to me talk for this entire video that is centered around healing and bettering yourself. And you have to love yourself so much to be able to do that work and do that shadow work and inner work and to want to better yourself. So recognize that. Recognize your love for yourself, because you wouldn't have watched this entire video if you didn't love yourself. Know that, feel that, show love to yourself, which is something that I totally forgot to say. And then what to do, not to do, is show love to yourself. I guess that is like do something for yourself, but show love to yourself. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video, and I will see you in the next episode. Happy solar eclipse in Aries.